situation, try peace any way that I can, doing this, doing that. Thank you to my mods who are which call it. I'm literally doing whatever I can, making sure I'm smiling, making sure, I'm fucking doing my yoga, fucking journaling, trying to do whatever the case may fucking be. And people still have an issue with that. Oh, she's not taking things serious. Oh, she's not taking him serious. This and this and that. Just all this other extra shit. Like, I am literally for the past year been trying to survive. Mind you, I don't have nobody guiding me. I don't have people, I can go to give me genuine, real advice without putting their own emotions and all that other extra shit involved.
Grand Rising. I had to really watch this 2 days ago and let it, marinate. And I really had to really get my words together on this. So this is what I have to say on the last 2 days. Excuse me. First of all, I'm sorry, y'all. Okay, I'm back. First of all, it's not the vlogger's fault or the content creators. Now you might as well say I'm a creator. For you say stalking or following you. Okay, let me tell you something. If you put everything on social media, because what if you and him got this thing that y'all have to return each other on the internet, and it's something. First of all, y'all don't even need to be talking, because apparently this is not a toxic situation. You're getting the same result. So getting the same result, it means insanity. So it's getting to a point, and he's really repeating himself. So it is literally insanity. The guy is repeating himself every day. He's waking up. He's waking up in a cycle. And if you and I know, if you're spiritualist, if you focus on spirituality, you should automatically can pick that up. What he's going through is what is called karmatic death. So every day he's waking up, he's living a cycle. He's walking on earth as karmatic death. And if you're spiritual, if you do your yoga, you do your journaling, you should automatically know that when a person is walking karmatic death and you're still involving yourself, you're giving yourself sexually to this person. Okay, and we're gonna talk about that in a second. You still, you're still responding. You are going to get the fallout from that death. So that means that you're walking the same trail, which you are walking in the same cycle. Okay, so just have to give you that. Both of y'all walking the same cycle. Y'all noticed both of y'all have not made forward movement in the past year. Both, that includes you and her. Okay, so think that through. And I'm noticing you are watching our stuff. To be honest with you, a person like me that has made 88 subscribers, a small channel, I'm just starting my channel, or any others, I wouldn't even pay attention. First of all, thank you for watching. Why? That's kind of, it's not, how do I want to say this? This is like, if you put all your life out on a camera, including, you didn't have to put that you had, you put everything out there. So you have to understand there's a return. I don't understand, y'all younger people. Let auntie talk to you. Let an older woman talk to you. Let her, since you say 38 plus people are doing this, let some, maybe The delivery is wrong, but maybe you do need to listen. We've been here on earth longer than you and possibly been through what you've been through, but you're not listening. You don't want to listen. So you really need to just, listen. And that's a part of being a spiritual person, right? You have to understand that you have to listen. You have to be teachable. Just as long as you're supposed to be teachable, you have to be teachable. So let me put in another point before I move on. You said that you're not a leader, okay? But you're supposed to be you're supposed to be a goddess, right? So you said you were a goddess, okay? You said that you do, you journal, you do that. Okay, so if you go through spiritual enlightenment and you've been chosen to go through that automatically makes you a natural leader, right? Because you're supposed to teach your journey, right? So as a teacher, you have to lead, right? So I do believe when, you had a Martina, you had a Josnetta, or you had a Pharaoh calling you a false spiritual person because you don't know the true essence or the rules of spirituality. And I get you that you're only 25 years old. You're not supposed to know all the answers. So, but don't claim something that you don't truly understand yet. Maybe because you watch some YouTube videos and you think, a spiritual journey is more than watching YouTube videos. It's you becoming enlightened. Is you coming out of the matrix. Is you becoming awakened. Okay? And you're still asleep right now. You're not woke. All right? Stop claiming you're a goddess. You're not a goddess yet. All right? You're in training. And it takes time. All right, stop claiming stuff that you don't like. You don't know. Like I said, that goes into what I was talking about earlier about karmatic death. Those are ways that you can get karma. You're saying you one way but living another way. If you're gonna be into spirituality, you want to be, you have to live it. You have to speak it. You have to live it. But you don't have to be perfect. But you have to own up that you're not perfect. You have to let go of the ego. You have to be humble. And you have to listen. All right? And really, you and Pharaoh really do have a problem with respecting elder. I don't care. Sometimes you just have to listen. Now, another thing. You and Pharaoh yesterday said something. Y'all going through stress. Y'all don't know what stress is. Y'all don't know what stress is, bro. You going through stress? I need you and your mother, or an older person, a woman that has been through what you've been through. You need to go to a shelter. A woman, not like living there. You need to go and maybe because sometimes being spiritual, you have to be of service. You need to actually take your butt to a shelter, a domestic violence shelter, and actually talk to women that have to go there. That's stress. Those women have children. They're sleeping on bunk beds, sweetie. They have to shower put their kids to bed at a certain time at what the shelter tells them. They have to eat when the shelter provides food. They have to follow the rules. And they have to start their life over. And like I said, you're blessed to have a car. Some of these women do not have cars. And they have to be at a shelter hidden, where the shelters you don't even know the addresses of these shelters. You can't even walk and loiter around the place because you don't want any man to catch that women are hiding there. That's a victim. Do you understand? A victim knows if I'm like you loosely using victim. Loosely. You want to use victim when it works for you. And nobody's not victim shaming you, but you're really doing a disservice to real victims. Okay? Because like I said, I was a victim, so I can speak it. All right? When I knew that it was gone to another level and I had to remove myself, that's victim. I did not have to go and take a gun and have the kids play. That's not a victim. All right? Victim knows you. Why would you go to a hotel room? If you knew, just think about this victim. If you knew that this person is supposed to be that dangerous, why would you you have to take your gun with your children? Okay. And let me tell you something else, right? Let me tell you something else. You said this is about the kids, and you want the kids to be involved with their father. I get that part. I get that part. But part of you being a mother is being a protective force around your children and not know to subject your kids through that. Sometimes you do have to protect your children from that right now, and you, those kids they understand, they have a dad, talk on the phone, but right now it's best that you do not have to subject your children to what we're seeing right now. If like last night I watched whatever he was saying to a point that I had to go and sip some nerve tea. So just imagine how if a child has to watch that. That child does not deserve that. At least we're adults and we have a right to say, okay, YouTube, let me just shut this down and not watch Pharaoh right now. Or let me put this on pause, come back to like I did, take some ibuprofen, come back, sip some tea because this dude here is off the chain. But a child, the only way you can protect a child is remove that child from that. And is his consequence on not your consequence and not your child consequence. It's his consequence on losing time on his children because he could go and get help. But he refuses to really say he needs help. So it's not on you. It's not on your children. And really your children are still at a young age. And to be honest with you, I don't really see that he was in their life like totally every day. He looks like, because the way how he was talking about his kids, the way how he was like, I want my kids to have a pet. I have to wash the aquarium. It looks like he was not really a true active parent. So I don't really think a 3-year-old and a 1-year-old right now are really going to be traumatized right now. They're not going to even remember some of this. So it's okay. I think you need to take a lot of notes from Camille. I think, in my opinion, this is as a woman, a grown woman seeing this. I think you have some leverage over Camille because you were just so kind of the one that he was together with for. So you and Camille on two different boats, but really y'all not. I think you really need to watch what Camille's doing and, shut it down. She may come on the internet, she may say some things, and then she vents her frustration and she goes off. But Camille works. That's stress. I will say, okay, Camille, you're stressed. That's stress. I have to deal with a son. I have to work every day. I'm with my. That's stress. Yo, if I had to do it again after what I've been through, and I actually I really used and utilized my parents like I should have during my situation, utilized and listened to my parents, and with my two kids, and actually had them. You have a support system, you have a car, you have means. I don't see your big what stress besides having two little kids run around, but you have support. So I don't see what stress is going on. Like I said, you need to go and watch real stress and real victims go through this where they have to change their name, go through some kind of state. I think Texas. Now, I don't know how it is. Texas, you had to go. You go through a PO box system. Nobody knows your address, and you really have to go really underground and start all over with possibly these women do not have jobs. These women do not have clothes. These women do not have nothing. They don't have a family reunion. They have to start off at a shelter. Possibly 8 to 10 to a room with one shower in between the 8 to 10 beds. They have to deal with, you don't know that half. I think you need to go and really visit one. I think you need to do some serious time. I think you really need to hear some stories, because some of these women do not go in the shelter and be like, yeah, the kids need to see their daddy, so I need to go and take this, my gun to see them. No, you really be like, I'm scared for my life. So you using victim when you want to use victim. Then also during this, and this is the hardest part, and I had to understand this part during my journey. What was my accountability in this? It can't be all on him. My accountability was I put myself through that the whole entire time. I could have ejected the first time he hit me. I should have left the first time that my kids saw it. I didn't love myself enough that I was putting myself going and suggesting a person that was disrespecting my parents and disrespecting me. Because I know there's no help for that person. That person disrespects my parent. That person disrespects my sibling. There's no help with him because he doesn't understand what family is. My family's here and they standing up for me, so I need to go ahead and stand up for them. While you using all that energy on bloggers, you need to be using that energy for your family. But real talk, that's why I say you still have some immaturity. You need to warm it up. You got children now. You gotta warm it up. Now, stop being a little girl in a grown woman's game, because you want to be a little girl, but then you want to be a woman at the same time. And this is not victims shaming you, but it's time for you to be a grown woman. You need to really, like I said a couple of days ago, like your mom and dad do not deserve this. You're saying, well, I told them block them. I blocked them. No, I would be, as a grown woman, like mom and dad, I got you in my shit that I had this. This did not suddenly just happen overnight. We've been watching this for a whole year. We've been watching this go down for a whole year. Mom and Dad, I'm sorry that it went this far. I'm sorry that I've been in my ego and not noticing how this consequence is going back to my parents. Okay, then like that past weekend that you did go and see him, but y'all did. You did. First of all, y'all did. So you think he went to Cali and y'all nothing happened between y'all two. Okay. If you didn't want anything to happen, you'd be like, look, thank you for coming to Cali. I will meet you at Wacky Takey or wherever he said. I'll give you a couple hours. Then okay, we don't have to be in the same room. Okay, this is your time. I'll be out in the car. I'll be out in the car doing whatever. Then okay, kids, let's go. What time do you want to see them tomorrow since you're here? You didn't have to go in that room. That wasn't about the kids when you had to go in that room. That wasn't about the kids when you had to take your gun and have your kids there for a couple of days. A lot of you saying this about the kids. That was not about those kids when you go and crash on his Instagram when he's talking to other females and you're talking about the other females. That's not about the kids. It's not about the kids when y'all go back and really trying to save face. I don't see the kids in the camera. I don't see the kids saying, I love you, daddy. I don't like y'all both like real talk. I'm not dogging you and I'm not this is like you saying people are not helping. Man, a whole year ago before this, last summer, I know I gave plenty of messages like, yo, there's Montgomery County domestic violence center. That would be a great place for you to get your kids. You only have to stay in there for 30 days. They will give you a apartment anywhere, all in Katy, in Harris County or Montgomery County, which, really they have great apartments in a nice area of Lake Conroe they could have helped you with. A nice one by the lake, and you still would have had maybe some distance a safe distance between you and him. But a lot of people told you, and there was a lot of people that did reach out to you. Stop. Now that's cap. A lot of people in the beginning really took you seriously, and they really did give you great advice. I saw that. You're not listening. I don't think you're listening to your parents. Because there's no way my parents should be arguing. No way. That's why I'll be like, no, man, I gotta go. You took yourself in that equation 2 weeks ago, and that's a consequence. To a point. Like it will hurt to see my daddy going back with this fourth, and my daddy possibly can go to jail because I know how my father is about his daughter and how about his daughters and his wives. And if that happened, my daddy possibly still can go to jail because because of me still dealing and entertaining this. Like you're still entertaining. People are putting in your comments, leave it alone. Oh, no, I don't know. I should leave it alone. Okay, keep doing it. You need to go into the reading that I did. It's really I don't know what's going to happen in the next 2 days because he real talk for you to what I saw because really let me slow down. For readings are just a prediction. Anything, it goes by what choices that you have for that day, right? Readings are not set in stone. Readings are pretty much like predictions, just like a weatherman. Okay, I see all this aligning. Okay, this is going on with the weather. Okay, so last night what I saw on his slide was there is no reality. No walls of reality right now. This person really does not need yes people. This person really needs to be locked up for the next 72 hours. Maybe some medicines, because his dopamine, his serotonin levels are all over the place. He has lost all reality. It's not to a point that it's not even funny no more. How and really, how could you enter? But what if I was you, man? Really, if you're gonna be a victim, okay, be a victim. Go and get help. Listen, listen. Maybe and really, but man, don't come at people that are really speaking and you saying they're stalking you. You putting it out here. So just like fair use, you put everything out here. Fair use for me to use this and speak on it. That's what communication is. But anyways, I just had to just say what I had to say. But real talk though, after last night, he really doesn't need that 72-hour hold. With that reading that I put out, really you gonna find out when it's too late, because this is Peter and the Wolf. Like, I'm a victim. And finally, when you really a victim, nobody's not gonna listen. So this is not victim shaming. This is people that possibly that been through it, women that actually been sexually assaulted, women that actually been through domestic violence, actually speaking to you and telling you what, like, what are you doing? And there's no way I would be like, come on, kids, let me put my gun. Come on, little kids. There's no bullets. There's no bullets around here. There's bullets don't have a name in it. I'm just gonna take this random gun with me. Anyways, have a good morning. Goodbye.